here at the Mid-America Center where we have 3 great bands doing a concert, Buckcherry, Papa Roach, and Avenged Sevenfold. We're going to take you backstage and onto the tour bus to talk with some of those bands and give you a great taste of the atmosphere here at the venue. Let's go check it out. Most fans would pay through the nose to see 3 of their favorite rock bands in concert. Yet for under $40, fans of the Mid-America Center were able to do just that for a great price. Kicking off the show was Papa Roach, who have released 5 best-selling albums and shredded the charts with hits like Last Resort and Scars. After a short break, they're back on tour promoting their latest album, Metamorphosis. I decided to get the full rockstar experience and talk with Papa Roach on their massive tour bus before the big show. My first question, what's it like to tour with Buckcherry and Avenged Sevenfold?
This is our first time touring with Avenged Sevenfold, but as far as the Buckcherry guys go, we've toured like all year together, so it's like family, you know?
I've done other bands, and when they walk past a crowd, they just go nuts. Do you ever do that just for fun? Maybe walk past some fans and just, you know, show your face?
Well, I mean, not on purpose, but it does happen.
So what's the craziest fan you've ever met?
Well, there's a lot of fans that have tattoos, like huge tattoos, cockroaches on them, you know. Like I've seen people eat cockroaches.
In front of you?
Yeah. And actually, to get like a radio station contest was a free tickets to the show, and you had to eat a cockroach sandwich. They had this one radio station had a contest, and it was 2 girls, and they had to do a slapping contest. They were basically fighting each other. So there one girl would slap, you know, have a turn slapping this girl, and then she would slap him back, and then they do it harder and harder and harder. And before you know it, it's like cat fight. You're like, oh shit.
Do you ever worry about that Southwest commercial where the guy goes out on stage and says, "Hello, Detroit," and he's in Chicago?
We always ask where we're at right before we go on stage, and we have it like written.
It's written in
big bold letter on the stage. I mean, one time we played a show in like Orange County, and Jacoby said, "What's up, LA?" And they were very different. The crowd booed, and he learned his lesson. I was like, dude, you really gotta know what territory you're in. Where you going?
What are some funny things that happen on tour? I know it's not all serious.
A lot of the shenanigans, they always happen on the last day of tour, where we prank the other bands, and we've brought like male strippers on stage, and you know, whipped cream, bananas, bologna. We'll play like their own record, like back to them through their monitors, so they're like playing, and then like, they hear themselves like on another song.
After a supercharged and prank-free performance from Papa Roach, it was time for the next act, Buckcherry. Buckcherry exploded in 2005 with their platinum-selling album 15 and their hit single, Sorry. And with 10 years of experience, Buckcherry knows the rockstar life better than just about anyone. So what are the perks? How's life on the road? And what is it like to open up for AC/DC? I went on Buckcherry's tour bus to find out.
We toured with AC/DC, and after the last show, they invited us into their dressing room. We all sat around, the entire band, the same lineup that did Back in Black, and we just hung out, and that was pretty, you know, it's otherworldly. You have like an out-of-body experience when stuff like that happens.
What are some of the perks that come with being a rock star?
Not waiting in line is nice. Never having to say you're sorry.
Free merchandise, occasional rides on private planes, you know, that's fun.
And how much hanging out goes on with these other bands? I mean, do you go out and do things together on the road?
Absolutely. There's a lot of camaraderie between the bands, which is what makes it fun. I had a birthday recently, and a bunch of us all went out to dinner, and we went bowling, and we're always hanging out backstage, and it's a good vibe.
How would you say your life is different from the average person's?
Wow, we live a circus life. We live double lives, actually, because we have a life at home and this crazy life out here that nobody really understands except your bandmates and your crew, you know. So I think it's much different for normal people because we're always in a different place every day.
So, but you do fight sometimes. What do you fight about?
We really don't fight that much.
Nah, I mean, there were fights in the early days, arguments, but the longer we're at this, the less big deals there are, really.
In the great scheme of fights, though, nothing like what we've heard.
Yes.
You know?
What have you heard? I want to know about this.
Dressing room walls are thin.
Right.
And we've definitely been out with some bands that could not get along and let each other know about it.
Yeah.
Could you give me some names?
No. But it did get physical, that's all I can say.
Who's your favorite sports team?
the Steelers.
Hey.
Steelers?
Oh.
Man.
Or the Stillers.
No, I'm from Pittsburgh, so
Okay, so you have
so
good reason.
I'll take that microphone off you, bandwagon. All right, and beat you with it.
I'm a Cowboys fan. I'll admit that on camera. Right here. Cowboys, right here. Despite our disagreement on sports, Buckcherry put on a great show, giving fans a taste of classic rock and roll. But now, it was time for the much anticipated headlining performance, Avenged Sevenfold. Avenged Sevenfold hit mainstream in 2005 with their best-selling album, City of Evil. With many awards, a headlining tour, and a second hit album, Avenged Sevenfold has proven themselves to their fans and their critics. I went backstage in between sets to catch up with lead guitarist Sin just minutes before their performance. We talked about life, LimeWire, and his unique connection to Papa Roach.
I used to teach guitar a long time ago, about 10 years ago, and so when Last Resort came out, I remember teaching that to about 20 or so kids. And so that was my first conversation with Jacoby. It was kind of just breaking the ice, and he's just awesome. All the guys are absolutely awesome.
Do you miss anything about your life before you were famous?
I don't think I'm really that famous, but it just kind of feels the same, you know, so.
Yeah, we all go out in front of 10, 15,000 people nightly. That's not too unreal.
Yeah, but then being stuck in a hotel and doing your thing and just leading a normal life, except for that 1 hour every other day.
You've been doing this for a while. Does any part of it ever get old? Going on tour, seeing your album, in the stores?
Our hometown doesn't play us, so I never hear it on the radio, and I illegally download all my stuff.
I don't even know if you can illegally download your stuff.
Yeah, you can illegally download everything. I'm going to illegally download this interview.
What are some perks that come with being in Avenged Sevenfold?
Money, drugs, women, alcohol, and you have a lot of time to learn other languages.
Like what?
Spanish.
You learn Spanish?
Yeah.
¿Cómo estás?
Muy bien, ¿y tú?
Más o menos. Muy cansado. I think that's tired, right?
Yeah, very tired, yeah.
What do you love about touring?
Press.
Press. You like people like me. I'm the reason you go on tour.
You're the reason I'm here, baby.
But I mean, what are some other things you like about being on tour?
Drugs, alcohol, women, fast cars, and dynamite.
You do all this in one day?
No, just dynamite.
Just dynamite every day. You got to get that in there. I hope you enjoyed this behind-the-scenes look at the concert and a chance to go on the tour bus to talk with the bands. It was a lot of fun, and hopefully the bands come back to the area very soon. Reporting for the Omaha Buzz, I'm Brian O'Dell. Don't worry, there's plenty more where that came from. Come with me behind the scenes, backstage, and onto the tour bus to meet your favorite stars. We are backstage with Slipknot. We are on the tour bus with the Academias. I'll ask questions you've never heard before and show you the answers you won't find anywhere else. What do you like about Katy Perry?
Everything.
How long is this nose you have here?
I have no idea.
If you think you've heard it all, think again. All right, we are backstage with Saving Abel. We've got the...
Huge meaning or self-defining sort of thing.
I think we just lost one of our interviews. Rate, comment, and subscribe for new videos every week. Reporting for YouTube, I'm Brian O'Dell. I'm the reason you go on tour.
You're the reason I'm here, baby.